Hi there. It's very early in the morning, that's why I'm talking like this, and it's about 4 a.m. And I decided that I have free will, so I decided to do this. Hi there, I'm John from Nigeria, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm John from Nigeria, and on this channel, I talk about books. I do the occasional singular book reviews, book tags, book hauls, everything bookish. You can find it here. And if you're a fan of essay length written reviews, I write for the website, for the Substack rather, a couple of darks. Put the link below so you can check that out. I usually do not film this time or in the night even because I hate using during light, or I don't like using light that is not sunlight. It just works better for me. I don't know, this one just makes me look somehow. I don't like how it makes me look. But yes, I have missed filming. I've been trying to film the entire week, but I usually am awake at night and I sleep during the day, which is something else. I don't know if you use TikTok, you want to check out my stream. I do bookish things. I sing, really. That's my talent. I sing. So but then I would love to build like a bookish book talk thing where we could read, or sometimes we can schedule something, or we could just have general book conversations. I want more of us there, so I'll put my TikTok account in the link below so you can check that out too. I usually stream like my time, maybe 12 a.m. till morning sometimes, and I'm trying to build it up. So it's probably going to be like 7 o'clock New York time in the evening. So if you are free, whenever you are free before you get to bed, you can come check it out, or come converse, or during the weekend we can have bookish chats and whatnot. So yes. But today, in order not to waste too much time, I have 10 books here. I decided I'll tell you guys what 10 books I want to read before the end of the year. I've not been reading the most. I don't use the word reading slump for myself. I just rather see it as I'm either reading in a period or I'm not reading. And I have not been reading the most. I finished only one book last month, which is crazy. I'm in the middle, like stretched between a couple of books, and it's not even that I have not had the passion to read. There has been a bit of that, right? And it's not even that there has been no time. I'm still unemployed, so but the day goes by so fast that I do not know what to do and why I have not read. And when it's time to read, I do not feel the drive to pick up the book, or I cannot go for a long time. So yeah, but yeah, like 10 books I really want to read them before the end of the year. I don't think it's impossible. Like when I lock in, usually there's nothing that's really impossible for me. But yes, these are 10 books I would love to get to before the year is over, December 31st. There's no like time limit, right? But yeah, this 10. So let me tell you what they are. First one, I have a short one. It's Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. I've owned this for 5 years now. It's a classic, and yeah, I would want to read it, not just because it's short, but because it's short, and like I said, I've owned it for 5 years. I need to check it off. Like, it's too old on my shelf. See the dust coming out of it. But yes, Heart of Darkness 1. I will not talk too much about this, but To Kill a Mockingbird, I still have it in mind to do this before the year is over. Slaughterhouse 5, this is one of the ones I'm very certain I'm going to do because the writing is not the tiniest and it's not the longest book, right? It's just a little over 200 pages from what I can see. And yeah, a few friends have recommended this highly to me. So this is kind of like one of the sure ones. I just need to like give it time. Again, I have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This, I don't want to say it's a pipe dream. The writing is super, super, super tiny. So I don't know, it's crazy how tiny the writing is and how it's not a small book. It's like over 450 pages from what I can see here. But I owned a copyright. I sold my copy earlier this year and I got gifted this one again. And yeah, I really want to read it because I think of like, when I think of like certain classic novels, there are these big three I think of in this group together. And yeah, Pride and Prejudice, Jane Eyre, and Wuthering Heights. I've done Pride and Prejudice, so it's this and Wuthering Heights left. So I would love to do this year so that I can do Wuthering Heights next year. But yeah, and I think if I were to do it, October would be the perfect time, but we are literally getting close to the 15th and I have still not finished any book. Crazy. Next, just because I have read a work of hers, the past 2 years, at least one work, and I did not do it in August. It's my brilliant friend. I got sent this like 2 years ago for my birthday. My friend in the UK, she sent me books. She used to send me books every year. This was the first year she missed it. She used to send me books every year. So 2 years ago, it was the first two books, and last year it was the second two books. That's how I owned the. I finally managed to own the entire series, right? And we know it's a series of four books. So because I really love Ferrante and I've been doing that the past 2 years, I do not want to break this year, even though I did not do it in August like I wanted to. So my brilliant friend, I'm still keeping it on the list for. I would love to do it this month before it gets to like cold November, December, but we'll see. I might do it during the holidays. Next, I want to say Salem's Lot by Stephen King, because I used to do a Stephen King every year since 2019, but I broke last year, and I would love to resume that because he's one of my favorite writers. I do like Stephen King's prose, like regardless of what people see him as a mass market writer or something. I do think there's quality to his works as compared to like some of the other mass market writers, James Patterson, etc., who I cannot in good faith consider King's contemporary. Hell no. But yes, I would like to do this one, and I think this would have been the perfect month, but I don't know. Just because of how my reading is going so far this month. But yes, it's the thing is that his books are always big. That's just the little thing, or they are always medium to big, and this one is over 400 pages. I have not said anything, so I would love to do this. I want to wrap this up quickly because this light is killing my eyes. Two, I do not own physically, but I started I started both at different points. First one is The Best of Everything by Rona Yaf, or Rona Jaffe. I don't know if that's how you say her name. I started this at the beginning of the year, read one chapter, abandoned it. I do not DNF books, and so I'm not going to DNF this. I know people DNF and it's nice for people who do. I just do not know how to like not finish something, and especially when I'm not hitting it right. I might put it down. I hardly put down and go back to. So this one I want to finish it before the year ends. And the other one is A Waiter in Paris, which I've mentioned on this channel. I started like last year, January, right? And I read about 100 pages of it and did not finish it. And I have not gone back to it this year at all. And I really want to read it because it was a memoir. I started with good intentions. I was enjoying it sort of, right? And I don't know what happened, but everything happened and things got lost in the shuffle. I was reading more and more books and leaving it behind and behind. So I would want to start it all over and finish it. And the final two books here, this one is I recently like bought this like last month because I saw it at like the most discounted price ever, and I've been wanting to own it and read it since maybe 2020. It's A Gentleman in Moscow. If you have been following me for a while, you'll notice that every time I talk about it, I usually do not have a copy. Now I do. Now I have no chance to read it because it was also in my 25 for 2025 reading list, right? So yeah, A Gentleman in Moscow. It's a chunky one too though, but I don't know. Very interested in this. Finally, last but not the least, I will continue mentioning this book until I finally read it, and it's really like my biggest goal for the year. If this is the only book I read like during the rest of the year, I have achieved what I wanted to achieve. It's Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. 500 plus pages, a chunky boy, and I do not intend to rush through this. I just intend to like do it for 2 to 3 months. That's why I would like to start it this month so I can finish by December. I loved the 5 months I did with Tolstoy, but I do not want to spend 5 months reading any book again. I do not mind a month or 2 or 3 at most, but 5 months is quite a lot. So this is my biggest goal, is to finish this, or to start and finish this year. Can I do it? Yes. Will I do it? That's the question. At the end of the year we will have an answer. So yes, crazy. But that's my reading update so far, what I want to read for the end of the year. How are you? And yeah, just chat with me in the comments. I love the chats. And also 200 subscribers. Insert chair. I'm so grateful. I remember saying it like last 2 months ago that I would love to hit 200. It seems like a small goal, but I like major, I would love big subscribers, right? But I like going small as like with what I'm seeing, right? And I said it, and the last video just at least popped off in my standards, compared in the standards of my channel. It's like my second biggest video and maybe my most watched video ever. That's not a short, that's not the Anna Karenina short, over 11 hours, and it's just 20 something minutes. It's crazy to me that YouTube pushed it and people found the channel, subscribed because of it. I'm so grateful, so thankful. If you're new here, welcome, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.